Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is especially exciting because I get to collab with my friend Alex here on YouTube. Alex has quickly become one of my really good friends in this space. I actually have been watching Alex for quite a while, but I am very guilty of being like a passive YouTube watcher while I will watch people's videos and I just like do not comment. Oftentimes it's because I'll like watch YouTube, usually like in the bath, in the shower, or like while I'm cooking dinner. So like I'm like doing a task while watching, and so I'm really bad at commenting sometimes. But I've been watching Alex for such a long time, and I finally got to a place where like I was commenting on her videos. And then when Alex reached out to me to collab, I almost could not believe it because I've just admired her channel for so long. I was like, she wants to do a video with me. Like I was just, and she had such kind words to say. She's been really supportive, sending me so many kind messages about my move, etc. And I just love her. You know when you can tell when someone is just genuinely like a just kind-hearted good person? That is what Alex is. She is so high energy. I just absolutely appreciate just her level of energy. She refers to herself as an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash of Project Pan. And that is Alex to a T, or Alex's channel to a T. She is so amazingly talented when it comes to the eyeshadow looks that she creates. Every time I watch her videos, I am just so inspired by the makeup looks that she creates. So if you are looking for inspiration when it comes to eyeshadow, highly recommend going to her channel. And then she also does quite a few project pans, and she's an amazing panner. Like she can get through makeup. She's panned blushes, which anyone who can pan a blush is a hero in my opinion. And I just absolutely love her channel and love her as a person. Thank you so much, Alex, for asking me to do this collab. You have no idea what it meant to me. If you are coming from Alex's channel, thank you so much for stopping by. I am Steph. And I do want to take just a quick moment to say that I hope anyone watching this video is safe and well. It is such a scary time in today's environment, in today's world. Normally, I'm the type of person who is like annoyingly positive. My husband gets irritated with me and is like, you're too positive. Like there's no good in this situation. And I always try and find the best of every situation, but it's a scary time to be alive, frankly, in my opinion. But I do want to carry on as usual on my YouTube channel just because I know I'm personally relying on watching a lot of YouTube to kind of relieve some anxiety or just like take a break from watching the news, etc. But I do hope that everyone is doing well and staying safe. So you guys are probably wondering what this video is even about. Alex had this brilliant idea to talk about trigger words within like makeup or beauty videos or just the makeup and beauty world that persuade us to buy or tempt us to buy. And I thought that this was such an interesting idea and would be such a good exercise for me because I feel like I am like the easiest sell ever. Like I could walk into a store that only sold vegetables and I hate vegetables, and they would be like, oh my gosh, these carrots are gonna change your life, you should buy them, and I would buy them. I swear I'm the easiest sell. So I was really excited to do this because I kind of wanted to just take a minute to really try and understand some of those trigger words and to maybe get a better understanding for not necessarily my buying habits, but things that just like push me to buy. And I was really struggling at first because again, I'm just like, I feel like I'm just sold on everything. And what I've found is that I have my list here. I have quite a few trigger words I have different trigger words for like different categories. So I have, I think like 15 words to talk about, words or phrases to talk about. But I've also come to realize that if I trust someone, they could try and sell me on a product that doesn't even sound like something that would work for me. And if it's someone that I watch and trust, usually like I'm sold on it. Samantha March, my entire makeup collection, I swear, Samantha March sold me on. And just so many of my friends in the YouTube space, as well as other YouTubers that I avidly watch. If I trust you, then I'm going to trust your opinion, and if you recommend it to me, it's likely I'm going to buy it. I'm just so bad when it comes to my spending habits. But this has been a very, very long-winded introduction, so why don't we just go ahead and get started. If you guys are interested in the words that push me over the edge or really tempt me to buy, then stay tuned. First, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love if you would consider subscribing before you go. But other than that, let's just get into the video. I am not sure if it's going to come across on camera, but I used a bronzer that was way too dark for me today. So I like tried to like use powder to like tone it down, but I hope we're not looking crazy. And also I'm wearing the Wander Beauty foundation, which I hate, so there's that. All right, you guys, so like I said, I broke this up into categories because I feel like depending on like the product that someone is talking about, like that there's different words for different like product categories. So up first we have the primer, foundation, and powder category. I kind of lumped these all together, and the words that really trigger me, and like if I'm like, again, passively watching a video, like maybe cooking dinner, if I like hear this word, I'm instantly like, oh, I'm gonna let the pizza burn. It's time for me to listen about this product that I'm clearly gonna need. So in this category, the words flawless or perfected really get to me. So in talking about a primer, foundation, or powder, if you tell me that one of those products is going to give me a flawless, perfected finish, I'm instantly going to be interested. There have been many products throughout my collection that I have been persuaded to buy due to them being described as flawless or as to giving a perfected finish. One product in particular that comes to mind is the First Aid Beauty Pores Be Gone primer. I remember specifically Kelly Gooch was talking about this primer, and she did explain that it was like a pore filling yet hydrating primer, which also really sold me. But I feel like in her description she used the words like maybe like gives this flawless, perfected looking finish to the skin, and instantly I was sold. Same thing with foundation and powder. If I hear the words flawless finish, if I hear, you know, this perfected look to the skin, I'm going to be very, very interested. Also with powders, an airbrushed finish is something that really triggers me. Another word that really gets me, especially with foundation, is long lasting. Typically I am working like 9 to 10, sometimes 11 hours a day, and we all hate it when halfway through the workday you look in the mirror and you're like crusting off, or your face looks really unflattering because your foundation is wearing off very unflattering like. I noticed that within the first 30 minutes, this Wander Beauty foundation starts to look pretty unflattering on me. But if I hear that a foundation is long lasting, I'm instantly going to be interested in it. Also the words hydrating and or non-drying, specifically with all, like hydrating specifically with primers and with foundations. Like I said, when Kelly Gooch was describing that Pores Be Gone primer, I know she said that it filled the pores, but it still left her skin feeling hydrated, and I knew I had to have the primer. And then with powders, if I hear that a powder is like non-drying or doesn't make the face look dry, you pretty much sold me right then and there. And then finally, the last word I have in this category is radiant. If you describe a primer, foundation, or a powder as radiant, I'm gonna want it. I love a beautiful radiant glow to the skin. I used to really like the word dewy, and anything dewy would intrigue me or would make me want to purchase. But now the word dewy almost kind of like steers me away from a product, because when I think of dewy products, I think of products that are going to sink into my fine lines and forehead wrinkles. But when I hear radiant, I just think of this like natural glow to the skin, and I just love a good natural glow. So anytime I hear radiant, I want the product. For concealer, I didn't really have any word that was a trigger word for me. With concealers, it really comes down to recommendations by people that I trust. Samantha Ravindal was raving about the Hourglass concealer. I had to have it. Samantha March raved about the Jouer concealer for the longest time. Like, she kept bringing it up in video after video. Had to have it. So with concealer, I feel like it's more on the person has to be someone I trust and sell me on it. With bronzer and blush, the words that come to mind is like perfect shade, which is crazy because you think like my perfect shade is gonna be different than someone else's perfect shade. But if I hear someone say this bronzer is the perfect shade of bronze, it could mean literally anything to that person. It could mean like Dorito orange. But if I hear the words perfect shade, I'm instantly interested in that blush or bronzer. I don't know what it is about it, but I have noticed that if I hear the words perfect shade when describing a bronzer or a blush, I instantly want to know more, even though that person could be much darker in skin tone than me, could have much different makeup preferences than me. Perfect shade, and my ears are perked up. Next up, I have the highlighter category, and I broke this And I split this from bronzer and blush because these words definitely are not ones that if I heard for bronzer and blush, I would be sold on. But for highlighter, I have 3 words. Beaming, even though I don't always go for a beaming highlight. If I hear beaming, I'm like, oh yeah, I need that. If I hear wet when describing, it's kind of an interesting word anyway. If I hear wet used to describe a highlighter, I will buy it. I love a good wet, glossy looking highlight. And then the last word that I feel like, I don't know why, sells me on highlights is the word glazed. Even if you said glazed donut, I would want to buy that highlighter. So those are my 3 words for the highlight category. Moving on to makeup sprays. Long lasting is typically a word. I've noticed long lasting in a few of my categories. So clearly long lasting is like a major trigger word for me when it comes to makeup. I would also say radiant is a major trigger word for me when it comes to makeup. Because with beauty sprays as well, if I hear long lasting or if I hear radiant, instantly I'm interested. Actually, now just thinking about it too, I would say the word glowy is a trigger word kind of throughout. I used to like a really matte blush. I used to like matte blush, but I've been getting more into like even glowy bronzer and blushes. So if I hear the word glowy, it makes me think again of kind of just like a natural glow. So the word glowy describing any sort of cosmetic item intrigues me. Even like a glowy moisturizer. So thinking about skincare, a glowy moisturizer, instantly I'm very interested. So glowy is a huge trigger word for me. Just like thought of that right now. Glowy, long lasting. Comfortable is also another trigger word that I would say kind of throughout, because I would also put that in like the primer, foundation, powder category as well. But when describing lip products, if I hear non-sticky, long-lasting, comfortable, and or hydrating, I'm very interested in that lip product. Again, kind of no matter what product it is, whether it be a liquid lipstick, a lipstick, or a lip gloss. Those are 4 words that I hear when describing lip products that definitely pique my interest. Moving on to the eyeshadow category. This is like, it annoys me because every time I hear this word, I roll my eyes and I'm like, really? I feel like that's used to describe everything. But buttery really does get to me because I think of like a really buttery smooth formula. So buttery and smooth. Also blendable or easy to blend. So the word blendable or the phrase easy to blend really interests me when it comes to eyeshadow because I'm not a blending wizard. Alex is amazing when it comes to eyeshadow. I, however, am not. I'm still, I would say like a beginner, maybe like starting to get intermediate when it comes to like the blend, like a transition blend, not like any sort of like cut crease blending. But if I hear the words easy to blend, I'm instantly interested in that eyeshadow because I need easy to blend eyeshadows. Also, texture, unique, and shifty. If someone's talking about like a shifty eyeshadow shade, those very much interest me because I love sort of like duochrome or shifty eyeshadow shades. So those are a few words that really pique my interest when people describe eyeshadow. And then finally, I have the skincare category. And with skincare, if I hear the word nourishing or hydrating, instantly I'm like, yep, that's a product that I want to look into. Also, if I hear the word firming or tightens, definitely want to do some more research on that product. And then finally with skincare, if I hear that it's going to make me look younger or more youthful, probably going to be interested in that product. So those are the different categories and the different words that definitely trigger me within those categories when it comes to beauty and makeup. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments below. What words trigger you, or are you like untriggered by words? Again, I feel like I'm a really easy sell. Like someone just has to tell me, like even if someone says like this is the best, the word the best is probably would be considered a trigger word for me. It's pathetic how easy I am to sell to. Anyway, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I actually had a ton of fun doing this. I feel like I learned a lot about myself and like my buying and watching habits by doing this exercise. So again, I would love to hear what words you feel like trigger you to buy down below. Other than that, thank you so much again, Alex, for asking me to do this collab and doing this with me. And thank you to everyone who watched today's video and supported my channel. And other than that, I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.